feeling good again. And like as I started kind of getting into certain ones relationships, I would take a little bit more serious. There were certain ones that kind of I would learn. Actually, I'm skipping one part. I remember just at one point in time telling myself I'm not ready to date right now. So I took like a whole month, no doing anything, nothing. I just was really up here. I encourage that. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's like almost I don't know. I haven't seen it. You have to get yourself right first. A lot of people in relationships right now and don't even got themselves right. Not even close. Haven't even worked on themselves before they got. And don't think it's gonna be an overnight thing. But I'm saying like to even give yourself a chance. You don't want to go into the battlefield with injury so much. Because you can end up affecting the other person, and then that won't work. So all I'm saying is take your time with that. But I really wanted to point that out too. So with the mental health thing, next thing I know, I started talking to another person, and like, you know, my mom called me and said she was sick, and like, next thing I know, when she called me and told me she was sick, I'm thinking like she went to the hospital. She said she had side pains. I'm just thinking it's nothing. Now this is pre-COVID time. As COVID is starting to rump up. I'm just now switching jobs to job and stuff, and finally got a pretty cool job. At the time that I was enjoying and like but then COVID kind of shut down. It was a more of a smaller company, and after that, I pretty much had when I got that call, she's like, hey, my side's hurting and I don't know what's going on. I took a lot of Tylenol for it, and I think she said she thought she took too much Tylenol. That would be the last time I talked to my mom for like we thought my aunt thought she had COVID. Nah, I didn't get to talk to my mom for almost like it felt like almost because we couldn't visit her like 3 months. No, I got to talk to her like because she went from next thing I know it got serious and she was just like just trying to fight for her life. I would have to say maybe a month of even just like really get the like physio. When I say tall guys, I mean like I would go up to the hospital and my mom wasn't responsive. I'll just sit there and hold her hand. They told me I had to get out. I'll push it to 9:30, and luckily, shout out to some of the nurses um, up in Ann Arbor. They would let me stay a little longer. But let me tell you guys, it's nothing I wish on my worst enemy, man. Like when you, it's hard. It's hard when you got to go, you know. So, and I'm taking my time with this because you know I don't, the video it comes in my head. So, um, my mom fought very hard, um, and eventually, you know, she was kicking. She was really. She was. I felt like she was about to, beat the situation. They said she had a problem with her liver, um, and I just remember my mom calling me one day and calling me and asked me about, hey boy, I want some tacos, and I'm like, hold up, who is this? This is not my mom. My mom is because she had got basically she had got well enough a little bit to be able to go to like a physical therapy type place, but she was still in and out of it. But when she called me, it sounded like her regular self, and then next thing I know, she was after I got on the phone like I'm happy. I just but I don't want to get too happy, but it's just hard. I'm like, man, my mom back. I knew my mom gonna beat this, and me and my brother and sister, we like, yeah, we know my mom tough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So she went home to Indiana with my family. Um, I remember going to see her. And I remember going to get. I remember going. I think it was right during like about Thanksgiving time. Mom was even cooking and stuff, and she asked me to go get her some stuff at the store, Walgreens. I'll never forget it. And I went to go get her a big teddy bear and stuff, and she held it and everything. And I think like maybe 2 weeks after that, I got a phone call, saying she's in the hospital again. And before I knew it, I got told that, my mom was gone. So why I want to get into that is because that mentally really, and I'm still fighting that to this day, took a lot out of me, took a piece of me. Um, yeah, that's just it's rough, So After that happened, I just lost, lost. Forget the relationship, forget all that. I'm asking God why, but I'm staying strong. That's how my mom raised me. That's how I've been raised by my family. So, um, I'm the oldest of my family. So, on my mom's side, on my pop's side, um, which we, like I said, we didn't always have the strongest relationship. That kind of brought us closer. I just really, I was usually the one that was the strong one for everybody. So now I just fall into deep darkness. And then my cousin, what I'll get to next, more like my sister, I get a phone call, a couple, and guys, things is just like happening. I'm like I get a phone call about my sister getting into an accident when she supposed to be coming to move with me, and I rented her a car. It got totaled. She almost flipped. She had to let her friend drive. The car flipped over. I don't even know how my sister survived it. Thank God she did. But man, it was just, I felt like the devil was on us heavy. I mean, literally, like the next day, my sister get back. I pay my car off. I swear, I can't make this up. Pay my car off. I go get my kids pizza. I switch the lane, dude. T-bone me. I'm like, and the thing is, I was so numb to it. I'm thank God I live, but all I can think about is what if my kids in the car? And that car got totaled. I didn't even tell nobody really like that. I think I just released the video like last year. I didn't really want to talk about it. I was just going through so much. I felt cursed. But I'm sad about that. And literally, like maybe the night after that, I get a call about my baby cousin, man. Like we grew up, my grandparents, we stayed with our grandparents. Like my cousin Desiree, she ended up passing away in her sleep, regurgitate, couldn't choke. And I'm just like, yo, they taking my angels, man. I'm just falling. Now I met a great person that I knew from when I first about came up to Michigan. He moved with me, and his name was Jay. And man, Jay was everything to me. Became my big brother, my best friend, and he is with me through all that. He came to the funeral for me. He was just a real one. And unfortunately, I got to go that way. My girlfriend now, Mandy. When I went to see her, my buddy was like, "Hey," because he stayed with me and got back on his feet. He said, "Hey, here's some cash. Go see her." I fly to go see her, and I get ready to come back, and I'll never forget it. His cousin, who was originally my friend, who I met him through, he tells me they trying to resuscitate him. And when he told me the time, I already knew it was up. I fall down, literally walking to get ready to go on my next flight. And after that, man, I was gone. I stopped talking. I was bad. I was gone, guys. I wasn't good to be in a relationship with. I wasn't treating my body right. I wasn't. I was just gone. And I definitely apologize to people that I was like just couldn't be myself. I mean, I'm still finding myself now. There's nights that personally I can't help it. I cry. I don't really like doing it in front of people, so I really am protective of who I'm around. It just really changed me. So like a lot of things, like my kids and stuff, it really means the world to me because I really feed off that positivity and everything. So that just rocked my world. Um, After that, production at work, just life in general, it was hard. I mean, to this day, it's still kind of hard. I mean, it is hard. I'm not lying to you. It still is hard. But I know how to navigate in this negativity a lot more, and I look for the positives, and then I'm getting back to myself. That's why I'm making this video. It's really hard. I get motivated to get back on here, and I just life just takes me away. It just does. And I'm sorry if this video is too long. It's just a lot, you know. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep going because it just really it doesn't stop here. But I'm gonna try not to go over too far from 20 minutes. But after that, you know, guys, I went